I hit him yesterday. I was like, "What's up? Can we get in?" He was like, "Nah, not today, not today." But no, Dynamite was sick. I usually record home cooking with Dynamite. His son is sick, so I called Molly. Was like, "Bro, can we record over there?" He was like, "Shit." At first, he was telling me we was gonna record tomorrow, but he called me just a little while ago and was like, "I got some time, come through." I was like, "I bet." So when I get here, he was like, "I'm finna go to McDonald's real quick." So I was like, "All right, I'll just pull up and wait for you."
He just pulled up.
Say what?
Molly just pulled up.
Oh, he just pulled up.
I just walked
Let me get something to you ASAP. Like within the next 30 minutes. Shit.
Yeah, so that's what I'm finna go do right now. I'm finna go over to Molly's. We're gonna run through these songs real quick.
Well, come back when you finish.
Alright, I'll be back, y'all.
Bye,
Come on. Come on.
So badass child. So how would I stream on multiple platforms at once?
Yeah, that's what I was just wondering. I don't know if it's even possible. Shit, I don't know. I don't know if the suite exists.
Oh, I mean, I thought go first. She may right have it. That's like a whole other app.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's possible, but it's
Well, don't worry about it.
a couple of trial runs through it.
Oh, let's see, y'all hear this over here really blowing. Y'all ain't paying attention.
I did. That's what I was trying to see. I didn't know if it was, you know
I
what
get
I'm
that
saying?
bitch sealed off good shit.
Good.
Fuck it.
What is it blowing out of?
Computer. So now we're going to go into OBS, and if you click view and go to docs, you can select multiple output and it'll put it in your browser docs here. And it may actually already be in there when you install it, it may not. So now you know how to put it in there, and of course you can grab it and move it around to any location in OBS that you want. So there we go. Now we have it installed. If we go into settings and we go to stream, you can see that you're going to want to set up whatever your first priority stream is. In my case, it's YouTube. And so I already have that set up, and it's automatically going to go to that stream. Now if I go into output, I can see how my stream is currently set up, and this is going to be the bottom end of what our stream is going to turn out to be. So in other words, anything that you stream to additionally is going to add on to that bit rate. And you're going to want to keep that in mind, because if you have a connection that's not very fast, well, you're probably struggling to stream to one location. You're just not going to be able to stream to multiple locations. Usually a good rule of thumb is that you want your total bit rate for all the live streams that you're producing. So if we're going to YouTube and Facebook and we're using a 6500 kilobits per second for YouTube and we're using a 4000 kilobits per second going out to Facebook, when you add those two together, you want those to add up to less than half of your upload rate for your internet connection. So if it isn't, you're going to want to do extensive testing to make sure that your upload can actually handle it. But a good rule of thumb is that you want your upload rate to be double what the total bit rate is for all the live streams that you're trying to put out. So just keep that in mind as we go along. When we go into video, we can see our base canvas here for our YouTube live stream is 1920 by 1080. And you're going to want to keep that in mind, because if you're streaming to something like Facebook, well, its maximum resolution is 720, which means that you're either going to have to change your YouTube resolution to 720, or you're going to stream at two different resolutions, which means your machine is going to have to encode two different streams. And if your machine is not great, or maybe even on the older side, this is not likely going to happen. So if you're going to stream to Facebook and YouTube, the ideal situation would be probably for you to scale down your YouTube live stream to 720 in order to not have to encode two different live streams. So you're just going to want to keep that in mind. And I'll get to that when I show you exactly how this is done. But we have our initial stream set up. Now we can go in here and we can add a new target. And let's say we wanted to live stream to Twitch. We just type in the name of the streaming service we want to use. And we pop over into Twitch. We're going to go into our channel and then settings. And we want to select channel and videos. And then we're going to select stream. We're going to copy out our stream key. And then if we go over here, and I'll leave this in the actual description, a link to this. This is the RMTP servers for Twitch. You're just going to select the one that's closest to your house. And we're going to just grab this right here, copy it out. We're going to paste it into the RTMP server, and we're going to just remove this stream key piece because obviously this is set up so we add it into a special location. Now we can select the encoder. Now if you decide to select a different encoder than get from OBS, it's going to encode a completely separate stream. You can put in your custom resolution here and your bit rate and everything else for where you're going to go. But ideally, you want to get this from OBS. You really
What was that, Prince Raekwon? what was RZA's name? Prince what? Prince Hakeem. Prince Hakeem.
What's up, man? We're about to get started. We should have it on. You get your own. Okay, now what's 7 times 7 since we got the calculator? Boy, you pop, man. Pop. Okay. I can see your fingers moving on the screen. 3 times 4. 3 times 4. You're trying to be slick, but don't know that his fingers is all on the camera. So I see your fingers typing in.
Computer. So now we're gonna.
Son, I gotta go, man. I'm getting prepared. Look. Not you. Yeah, see this? Getting prepared. That's raining. Yeah, I'm ready.
Hola. Me llamo Ramon.
The biggest and best value bundle for Final Cut Pro ever. Just $99 for every.
Hey folks, AJ the CEO here, and in this video we're going to show you how to use a plugin in OBS to stream to multiple platforms for free. So let's go. Hey folks, AJ the CEO here, just first time stopping by the channel. Thanks for stopping by, and on this channel we focus on tips, training, strategies, reviews, and builds to help modernize your media ministry. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. And if you like what we're doing here, consider becoming a patron or a YouTube member. Links are below. So I've had a ton of people ask me about this, and I just never really got around to it. So my apologies, but today is the day. We are going to be checking out the multiple RTMP output plugin that you can add to OBS so that you can go to multiple platforms at the same time and bypassing the need for Restream, Caster, and other services like that. Now, I know in a previous video when I talked about version 26, I showed how you can use this using the built-in virtual camera, but this is a plugin, and again, I'm doing this because a lot of people have asked me about it. So let's go ahead and cut over to the computer. All right, I'm here on the OBS site, and a link is in the description for this. This again is the multiple RTMP outputs plugin, and we're going to go ahead, and I'm on my church's computer live streaming system, so we're going to have this installed. Let's go to our downloads, and obviously make sure OBS is closed. And actually, before I even go into this, make sure before you do this, you need to make sure, since everything is going to be coming from this one system, you need to make sure that whatever your settings are, your upload speed can handle it. If you're live streaming at 5-6 megabits or 6,000 kilobits per second, you're going to be duplicating the stream. So you really need to be able to have that same upload speed 2 times for this. So if you were doing 6 megabits or whatever like that, your upload speed should be 12 or 15, honestly, preferably, to have it higher. So whatever your settings are, you need to have double that of upload speed to do this, compared to going to Restream or something like that. They are handling that, and you only need one upload stream for that. So let's go ahead and download this. It looks like this was updated 5 days ago, so that's cool. And looks like this is the old-fashioned way. We got to drop this into our folders here. So let me minimize this. Let's extract this to our desktop, both of these folders, and we need to find the placement of these files. So we're going to go to our program files, x86. There's our 2 folders here. Data, plugins. Let's go ahead and move that here. Alright. Now let's back all the way out here. Don't need this one. Let's open up our other plugins folder here. Plugins. 32-bit. 32-bit. Copy this over here. We'll move it over here. Let's back up the folder. Let's do the same. Excuse me. Let's do the same thing for the 64.
Who? All
right. Boom. That's it. All right. Now let's open up OBS now.
This is right now.
All right. So let me maximize this because we have our little plug-in window.
What year you come to me? 22?
Over here.
02 or what?
Alrighty, so This is free of charge. So we're going to add our output here.
On one, right?
Add
Somewhere
a
like
target.
that.
We're going to put in our platform of choice. So let's say
That nigga Jay. Yeah, about 3
YouTube.
years. Yeah.
And I'm going to blur this out, obviously, so you don't see this information. Let me go to our YouTube page
He's calling nigga Geno B.
and get a stream key. I'm just going to set this up because everything is going to start going through YouTube events anyway.
I ain't hear from him until JB
Appropriate
was
key.
on the game.
Get my default one here. So let's copy our stream URL.
So, is that a typo? No.
The server.
For real.
Let's copy our key, which again I will have blurred.
I don't really
Who was the 19? Who won the year after?
And here's your encoder settings. So if you want to get this from OBS, it will just copy the same thing. So I think that's cool. And you can set your, mine is going to be using my GPU. That's the safest bet for me. And I'm fine with that. So we okay. And boom, there we go. All right, so not to throw anybody off, I went ahead and just set my background to my scene to more of a testing type of thing.